Warning, the following stunts are done by trained professionals. Actually, we're not trained. Robbie is just a dumbass and decided to do a drunken fantasy football podcast. The thoughts, opinions, and takes are ours and ours only. It is not our fault if you lose in fantasy football or sports gambling. Viewer discretion is advised.
Holy shit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your host, Rumboyz Robbie. Really quick, shop GLD, get like me, get your GLD. You already know what it is. Link is down below in the description. A lot of brand new pieces have been dropping for a lot of your favorite NFL teams. So get on over there, check them out, ice yourself out. You already know what it is. First, stepping up to the plate. Well, pimps in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop the mic, FF.
Yo, it's Friday night. Let's go.
He planned that intro and everything.
Let's go. It's Friday night. Let's do this thing.
Are you good? It doesn't.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
Nope, not good. Nope, just go.
What?
You're going to fix it somehow?
Fix what?
Oh, wait, hang on. It's not you. In the words of what I used to tell my ex, it's me. It's not you. It's me.
See, I was here the whole time. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for TDS Taco.
Ooh, what's poppin', boys? What's poppin'?
Let's go. Let's go. We have a show to do. We have a lot to talk about. I don't know if you fellas heard, but NFL training camp is underway.
Oh, shit, no way.
No way. No fucking way. That wouldn't happen middle of July, end of July, would it?
I'm totally shocked. I ain't
45
unprepared for
minutes,
this.
45 minutes away from my front door.
Exactly. No. NFL training camp has started. NFL training camp is underway. So guess what? The Rumboyz Fantasy Network is back in full swing. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are so back with all of your favorite fantasy football and NFL news and updates. Everything from weekly rankings. Well, we're in draft season right now. Well, pre-draft season. So everything from draft rankings, weekly rankings, injury reports, what the fuck is happening in the weather and how that's going to affect your fantasy teams when we get into snow games and things of that nature, so on and so forth. I swear to God, if anyone posts a Happy Gilmore 2 spoiler,
They're dead to me.
yeah, I am fucking you up.
He loses.
Like,
Taco.
shut up, Taco.
I haven't seen it.
It's
Don't
out,
even,
so
like-
we don't know that.
Yeah. I have a whole date and a whole like thing planned around like that whole thing. Don't fuck with me. Cheers to me. Cheers to you all around, boys and girls. What it do? Dilly dilly. Arrr. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's dive right into it. Okay. Ooh, Mike, feel free to drop that in the chat. Let me know. If we got to run that one on the fly.
Yep.
I do want to start things off. Our cover athlete of the night, it's less about the cover athlete and more about the position. I believe Mike tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, tomorrow. You guys
I have the one done. I'm doing the other.
Yep, you guys will get the first portion of the tight end rankings. If you want the full fucking thing, you need to get the Rumboyz Fantasy Network draft guide. All of our rankings for all the skill positions for fantasy football are in the draft guide. There's also some articles that are done up, and there are more articles are getting added. If you have not purchased the draft guide, if you have not checked out the draft guide, you really need to go and do so. We're putting a lot of work into it, and already been getting some feedback. Taco, great job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, from not one, but two purchasers.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's what I like to hear.
You know, out of the few that we have, like I did get two direct reviews that were like, I like the what he put in there.
So I will say, I like the writing. I don't agree with one of them.
Well,
But the writing of it is good. I just don't agree.
We don't have to agree with his take. If the
I know.
public
I'm
agrees
just
with
letting them
it,
know.
yeah.
I'll
Look,
be honest. If I really sat down and wanted to write, I think I could pump out a good
Hey,
week.
the customer, look, in certain scenarios, the customer is always right. The customer said Taco did good, so the customer is always right.
I know. You know how I am with Taco.
So I do want to take a moment to highlight with the arrival of the tight end rankings coming to TikTok and YouTube Shorts tomorrow morning. I do want to take a second to talk about a tight end that got brought up today in training camp. Michael Penix was on record bringing up. Y'all saw we got Kyle Pitts the ball today, right? You're going to be seeing a lot more of that. What are our thoughts surrounding Penix's confidence with that situation? Does Penix on basically damn near day 1, day 2 of training camp saying something like that influence the way that you now analyze Pitts coming into the season? Mike, take us away.
So can you reiterate your question in the way you want me to answer this? Is it just on Pitts? Or the tight end, or how does he fold into the tight end? Like, you get what I'm asking?
Do you move him up on the Rumboyz rankings? Do you think that he now becomes a fantasy? Does Penix's words like we're in the season of hype? We're in the season of like aura farming.
Okay,
where like the players are gonna like aura farm for like their guys. And it may sway fantasy ADP.
Drop the mic 5 years ago when I got into the industry, would say yes. Drop the mic now, doesn't give a shit about aura farming camp hype, because guess what it is? It's camp hype, and it's not Penix and it's not Kyle Pitts that's going to ruin it. It's going to be other things. I'm not saying he's still there, but AKA, there was a lot of camp hype, and then Arthur Smith showed up and shit on that. So here's the thing. I am optimistic. I'm not moving him up, but I already had him up as high as I would. I had him higher than some people did anyway. So me having him where I did, it would be wrong for me to even move up higher. But I have the optimism that he will supplant what people think.
So this is one of those, we're going to leave his ranking where it is, with the exception of, or we're going to leave his ranking where it is pre-draft, has the possibility of outscoring his ranking is what we're saying.
And he could be a buy in dynasty during season if you're going for a chip.
A buy in dynasty is crazy word.
But I'm saying if he performs like I'm saying that he could, like this, like if he performs like the aura farming is wanting him to do, you could need to buy him in Dynasty to get a chip. Like if you're a tight end away in a team, Robbie, Taco doesn't, but me and you play in Dynasty tight end premium leagues. For instance, the league that me and you are in together, it's 2 tight ends this year. 2. When your number one tight end, tight end is Juwan Johnson, you might want to buy Kyle Pitts.
I mean, yeah, if your number one tight end is like a Juwan Johnson, like if you're
I'm
already
saying in that league,
yeah, like if you're already fucked, that's different. Heading into redraft,
not in redraft, yeah. I'm keeping them in that top, yeah.
Taco, how do you feel? What's your outlook on Penix? I guess I should ask first, what's your outlook on Penix heading into the season? And then I think that kind of allows us to then get into your intricate thinking of how you're maybe analyzing Kyle Pitts.
This is how I feel.
Well, I would say that
Leaves brings up a good point.
Last year when Michael Penix came on, I think we were all, how do you say,
precautious?
We were cautious, but we were mildly optimistic that this kid has all the tools necessary to be like a potential star. Like, I feel like he's not like the Mahomes, but he feels like a Jordan Love type of like guy where it's like, okay, you had your time to sit in the back. Now you're coming to play. I'm not going to be the best guy in the world, but I could be solid. I could be better than you think. I can, like, just from a Penix perspective, I can outperform my ADP. From a overall perspective, I feel like we still have to see some camp. I want to see what the kid looks like with the offense. Mike was very clear about his feelings about old Mike and new Mike and the camp hype. And, you know, I'd like to go back to a guy called Kirko. I mean, y'all remember Kirko?
Kirko Chains.
You know what Kirko said during his press conference? Kyle Pitts, that's a bad man. I'm gonna do stuff with Kyle Pitts. And quietly, subconsciously,
and did nothing.
All of us thought this is the Pitts. It's the Pitts revival. It's the Pitts shit.
I don't blame Kirko. That's my problem.
I agree with you not blaming Kirko, but this script was written last year. It literally verbatim. But with that said, where you're seeing Kyle Pitts being drafted, I think it's like tight end 15 almost. It's like, come on, man. No. Dalton Kincaid or Kyle Pitts? Like, I understand that, you know, Kincaid feels safer, but realistically, I don't see a difference there.
I already have him over him. Yeah.
Even Tucker Kraft, who I'm seeing go as like tight end 10. Like, yes, Kyle Pitts has burned us, but the upside, the athleticism, the dreams, those don't go away. And I think that I can see myself putting him inside the top 10, towards that last tight end spot. You know, I can easily see myself taking a Pitts likely. You know, I punt the tight end. I end my draft with 2 of these guys because, you know, there's a very real possibility that Kyle Pitts finally breaks out. The question is, are you willing to take that 20% chance that it's going to happen? Because more than likely it's not. But here's what
I'm going to say. So here's what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to answer Rel's question. Just because I did catch Rel's question in the chat, and it is fantasy season, so I want to make sure I get to those. So first things first, Rel, how do I feel about Bijan over Chase at the number 1 spot? What I will say about just first round draft picks in general, yes, there is a tiering aspect to it of like Chase is absolutely, to me personally, the 101 overall in drafts. I do have him ranked 101 regardless of position. But if you're building a running back heavy roster, I don't mind you going Bijan. It's the 101. You get the ability to dictate whatever you want. It's the 101. And ADP is a fallacy sold to you by the fantasy football deep state. It's not real. ADP is not real. If you feel like Bijan is what fits the way and the style that you play fantasy football and that builds your team, I wouldn't go Bijan 101. I'm a wide receiver. I'm playing a lot of hero RB this year. And if I'm going to go running back heavy, then it's going to be a Bijan mixed with like a 2, like maybe like a James Conner type of something. But like, that may not happen. So like, you got to really be thinking about your roster structure if you're going to do that at the 101.
Throw me a pass. I am taking Bijan at 101 because I am going anchor RB and I am going, there's depth at wide receiver. So what I'm doing is I am taking Bijan at 101 and then waiting a few rounds if I have Bijan to take a wide receiver, going wide receiver, even depending if what happens at tight end, if there's one of them was to fall, I don't think they would. But go wide receiver heavy and then worry about running back after that. Taco, what do you think? Since we are me and you right now.
I mean, I think that Bijan Robinson is a guy that I was hella hyped on last season, and I feel a little burned.
Yeah, I get that.
I think that the Terry, and this is a new coaching staff, so I like
second year.
Yeah, I mean the Terry Algier play is what really fucks me with Bijan. Like as much as I want to like go all in on Bijan, that situation scares me. But I'm not, how do you say, against taking a running back over Chase. I just probably take Saquon Barkley over all of them, just because that is a running offense that's going to feature Barkley. And with his ability to catch, run, and get to the goal line, with a high-powered offense like that in a team that's going to be in almost every game where you can have the icing situations where he's just going to get the ball and kill the clock, or late game comeback scenarios where he's involved in the offense because he's a focal point. To me, I think there's just less competition for high quality touches. When you figure that Higgins should be more involved than he was last year, which will have some impact on Chase. I think that this year we'll see more Chase Brown, which will also take a little bit of Chase. I'm not saying that Chase isn't going to be a top 5 player. I just think that Saquon Barkley's potential workload upside plus his skill set make him probably the 101 for me.
Okay. Since we have a little bit of time, I am going to take the reins and I am going to ad-lib this mofo. We're going to stay on the tight end situation. We are going to stay in camp hype, and there's been a lot of camp hype about an older tight end going to a new team. We were on this guy at his old team. He is a former New York Giant, but in the past 48 hours, there's been a lot of hype in Denver about Evan Ingram.
Oh, man, I thought you were talking about Darren Waller.
No, well, we might get there. But I know that was maybe brought up later too, because he was bringing that up to me about bringing that up later, so I'm going to let him bring that up. Overall, I don't know if you've seen that. They're just saying that he's working well with Bo, and we all know how Peyton likes his tight ends too. What do you think about him? What did you think about him coming in, and what has your opinion changed in the past week or so with camp coming into fruition?
So coming into last year, I was very excited about Evan Ingram, especially with the usage that he had in Jacksonville, the rapport that he had with Trevor. And I would say last year felt like a underwhelming year between injuries and performance. I just wasn't like, he did a lot less than I had hoped for. And at that tight end position, I think we keep seeing guys that just, as much as we want them to be great, they're just not performing to that high level on a consistent basis. I look at guys like Laporta. I look at guys like Pitt. I even look at Mark Andrews. Like these tight ends these days, they have periods where they're elite and then they come back down. Evan Ingram, I feel like kind of did that last year, but he had enough to not feel like a bust, but enough to be disappointed in. With the switching of situations, knowing that there's not as many pass catchers, or not that there's not as many pass catchers, but there's Sutton and pretty much Jags. There's nobody else on that offense right now that I can say I feel confident in as being like a target hog or a superstar in waiting, which gives me the a feeling that Ingram could be a really reliable target and player going into this fantasy season. I just wouldn't overspend on him.
I would for Ingram. When we talk about fantasy tight end, I'd probably pay out the nose.
I just can't.
I'll pass it to you after he's done.
Brief me on what was just said. Brief me on what was just said.
That's what I said. I'll let him finish, and then I'll cue you up.
Yeah, I just think with the tight end value, and with what we've seen across the board, I'd probably be more willing to pass on Ingram, take a solid workhorse back, or a wide receiver that I think will eventually get more playing time. And this is where I'd probably buy a little bit more into that pre-camp hype and look at a guy like Pitts at a significantly lower price.
All right, so okay. The question was, we were talking about camp hype, whatever. There was talk about Ingram coming in March after getting signed. Now, in the past 48 hours, I've heard camp hype about him working well with Bo Nix and melding with Peyton. What is your opinions on Ingram, and where do you have him going with everything else in the tight end spectrum?
I was already high on Ingram. Ingram is currently, I've seen tight end 4, tight end 5 coming off of draft boards, and he has the ability to land right in between there because of his system and his quarterback. We're talking about a system with Sean Payton that, if you guys remember what happened with Jeremy Shockey.
That's exactly my point.
I'm not trying to
and Jimmy
make
Graham.
Y'all go back and watch some old school type shit, some old school film, but you really want to see a tight end that can go across the middle and go heads up with any linebacker and really just knock some heads. Well, I'll bust your head, boy, type shit. I mean, you need to be looking at what Evan Ingram is going to be doing. And Evan Ingram, given the rest that he had off of last season, has the ability to come in this year healthy and smack.
Okay, so
smack linebackers
one of the guys,
around.
So let me throw something out there since we're on talk about the tight ends, and then this will kind of prove your point a little bit. I was listening to a podcast today. A friend of mine and yours, Andrew Cooper from Fantasy Alarm, was on, and he was on JJ Coop, and he was on JJ show today, and he's mentioned, because if people that don't know Taco, if you're don't know, Cooper is a tight end dude. That's his thing. He likes bringing up the old, he'll talk about the one from 12 to 24 that he was in on Chig before freaking everyone was in on Chig, as an example. But one of the things that he brought up is he is off on a couple of the top tight ends this year, and I didn't think of this until he brought it up. The two that he is kind of off on are Sam Laporta and TJ Hawkinson, due to the fact
that.
Yeah, but the reason he's bringing it up, his reasoning is they are not there's a possibility that they're the number 3 or 4 option on their team.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ingram is the number 2 at worst, like you brought up, Taco.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, I put him higher than what you're saying, because he is the number 2. If there was Cortland Sutton and there was another bonus, like Jerry Jeudy was still there, I would agree with your point.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know what Marvin Mims is. it is giving very much an Adam Troutman, 2.0 type of feel.
Yeah, I forgot last year.
What I'll say is this offense has the ability to support Mike's take, where Ingram coming into the season, Ingram is going to be the number 2.
What do you mean we forgot
option.
last year, Taco?
I mean, this is the same exact script that Ingram had coming into last year.
No, but the difference is Sean fucking Payton, not freaking Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I can understand
one is Sean Payton.
One is Sean
Payton. Two, it's this is where I am going to trump.
I'm not worried about that.
This is where I can bring it. I'm not going to use the words trump you, but this is where I can get one up on you, Taco, is with the film aspect. It's Bo Nix. The way that he reads the field, it is favorable for an Evan Ingram.
It's short than long, not long than short.
It's versus.
I mean, I can understand all that.
Yeah, versus you're not. Trevor Lawrence doesn't survey the field that way. Trevor Lawrence is looking for his outside guys to make the big explosive plays first. Trevor Lawrence isn't even thinking about a slot receiver.
Remember the year before that, though, he had a huge year with Trevor. So he was coming off of a big year with Trevor.
Because he was also pretty much the only fucking option open. That's
You're
also
right.
where it comes to looking at the playbook. This is a tight end who can play like a receiver in a system that exploits him to get open and have opportunities and have yards after the catch. So it's a different offensive scheme that opens him up more, which allows his ADP to go higher than before.
I completely.
This isn't Evan Ingram from the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Yeah, he seems like he got some of the drops down. The fumbles don't seem like they're as big of an issue, but the injuries never went away. The injuries have never gone away with him.
Even still, if I can get a solid 13 out of him, I'm with the shits. Even if I can get a solid 13, 14, I'm with the shits.
This is where, again, I'll come back and I'll look at some of these other guys and Pitts at a significantly lower ADP.
It's not Jacksonville. It was Doug Balky talking about those clowns. Doug said Trevor doesn't watch film yet. There's video last year's of everybody on the team saying he watches the most film. Trevor absolutely watches film.
Balky's an idiot. I mean,
Balky's a fucking idiot.
Taco, Ingram or Kincaid?
I would take Ingram.
Okay. I had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
But they're also drastically.
No, but he was talking about Kincaid to Pitt, so I wanted to throw Kincaid to Ingram. That's the only reason I did it.
Yeah,
he knows that.
I mean, I think Kincaid's situation is very he's talking about
bad.
a dynasty going down.
I'm going to be honest. Well, as long as we're talking about fantasy football, as long as we're talking about tight ends, I'm willing to avoid Dalton Kincaid. The only way that I'm drafting Dalton Kincaid is if I've already gotten Shakir, and that's to secure a Buffalo triple stack. But even still, I feel like it's a waste. It's a burn of a spot.
That's too much investment on that passing
offense. But I feel like it's the only way. It's the only way that I can get benefit.
If I had Allen, if I had Josh Allen, then I would consider Kincaid.
Kincaid
by himself cannot be on my lineup.
Yeah, I agree with that. What I'm saying, I agree with Taco that if I had Josh, that's what you're saying, Taco.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the Buffalo offense as a whole, Josh Allen or not, the Buffalo offense, the way it's ran, is not an offense that I want a triple stack in. If it's the Bengals and you got Gesicki super late, I'm just saying, I'm just bringing a point up.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals as a triple stack for sure. Yeah.
There's offenses that I would take a triple stack. I would even consider a triple stack if it fell right with the team we just talked about. Because I think Drake London is to the frickin' moon. I would even consider that before there's other teams that I would consider way before the Falcons. But I'm considering the Falcons triple stack before Buffalo.
So we're adding a new section to the Rumboyz Fantasy Football Mag.
Triple stacks.
And it's the players to avoid.
Oh.
Dalton Kincaid, you have now found yourself in the why the rum is always gone section. Dalton Kincaid is for sure going in there. Because here's the thing. We had so many expectations for Dalton Kincaid in that offense because that offense does need a tight end. That offense does not give a fuck about tight end. That offense honestly does not care about the middle of the field. They are vertical. They are wanting to push. They are wanting to play with the safeties. They're wanting to dictate field position with quick, explosive plays, but then also simultaneously utilizing the running game instead of the tight end game, utilizing the running game to slow things down and then maintain time possession. Buffalo is unique in that aspect where it doesn't make the tight end sexy because they're not going to use it for what you would want it in that scheme. It makes the receiver sexy because they're low equity because you don't know what's going to happen with anyone on any given week. They're not exactly quote unquote fantasy consistent receivers because of ball distribution, but you do want some or one of them. Shakir, Keon Coleman, etc. But that backfield and Josh Allen, high equity, very bullish, you want to buy high. So Buffalo is super interesting with the way that they stack on the fantasy football board. And it's one of those things where you can manipulate the board to get a Josh Allen and Khalil Shakir. Or I cannot go Josh Allen or Shakir, and I can get James Cook. Or I can avoid even the James Cook situation altogether, but I can handicap my opponent and go Ray Davis. Buffalo as a whole is a skeleton key because you can do so many different things. So fuck other people over, but set yourself up for success.
Let's move on.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Holy fuck. I just want to throw it out there because, like, look, I said Travis Hunter himself is a key. This is another episode, another week where I'm dropping another key message. Just saying. I do want to move on. I want to talk about turmoil down south. So we're going to keep it in the South. I want to talk about turmoil in Miami. There is drama happening.
Told you, Taco.
What?
He wanted to bring up someone on the team, and I said, wait.
Concussion Tua and Tyreek Hill are like butting heads. I haven't heard like McDaniel kind of step in and be like the father figure of like, knock it off. Like, so like that's weird. We know like the backfield isn't old enough to really kind of house like a leadership position, and there's not really like a defensive presence. I mean, Minka's now there, but he hasn't been. He's like reunited back with the team, but like not back with the team long enough to like have influence. What are our thoughts on the drama in Miami?
Taco.
I mean, we know Tyreek Hill is a diva. So it's kind of hard to judge anyone else when you know you're dealing with a diva. Because if he was willing to do that in public, what the hell was this man doing in private? Like, what kind of shit was he talking? So I just personally, I think that they're on rocky waters, but this is a professional game, and these guys are professionals. And Tyreek Hill, at the end of the day, is one of the most explosive players in the NFL. I think it's a shit show all around. I think because of Tyreek Hill's depressed ADP, I'd be willing to take a chance on him. I think every other Dolphin I'm probably out on, including A-Chain based on his ADP. I think around there you can probably get a player that is more safe, more stable, in a better situation. A-Chain does provide a lot of upside. He does have a lot of talent. But that's a crazy situation. He could end up coming out as a bell cow workhorse out of this situation with more receiving work, but we don't know. Waddle could end up breaking out, but every single year we keep saying that, and whether again from hamstrings to just not getting the ball, Waddle doesn't seem to have consistent staying power. And on the offense like that, where I do expect Tyreek Hill to be on the team for most of the year, I just don't want to invest top 5 pick capital in any of their team. If Tyreek Hill falls to me in the second round, that's probably the only player I'd be willing to take the bank on, because 1, he could be traded, and 2, he could be top 5. And that's, something that we can't really deny or pass up to an extent. Like I feel like there's, a range in which it just doesn't fucking matter. You gotta roll.
All right, so I want to see something before I say something out of my arse.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you have A-Chain in ranks for running back, personally?
So let me pull up the. You going off PFF?
I'm just saying, where do you have him?
I gotta take a look. I don't have an exact. I didn't do my rankings per se. So let me go. Fantasy Pros rankings.
Because in the guide, for Robbie in the guide, he is at 6.
I definitely have him lower than 6.
Okay. While you look at that, I'll give my take on the Tyreek stuff. You are 1,000% right that Tyreek Hill is a goddamn diva. I dealt with it for years. I was happy when we got rid of him. At the time, like I get, like we got rid of a talent, but sometimes the headache is not worth the talent. We've all been there.
The juice isn't worth the squeeze.
We've been there with owners. We've been there in general.
No, the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
No.
Waddle about to get a majority of the targets because of those comments.
Getting rid of Jonnu, like you said, Taco. We have been hearing for everyone for a few years. It's always been Waddle's going to be the next. Waddle's going to be the next. Here's the problem.
Waddle's finally going to be the next.
But Robbie knows this. The next words out of my mouth, Robbie already knows. I might be the vice president of what fan club, Robbie?
The Jalen Waddle fan club.
And so I am on that hype train, Taco. I am on the hype train that Waddle is going to be the next this year. Because honest truth, if he's not, I think he's toast. Because if he's not, I don't think this team succeeds with him not being good. Correct? You get my point?
Yep.
And Robbie, what have I been saying this whole offseason? If the Dolphins don't do good, what happens to this team next year?
Oh, they blow it up. It's for them to be dealing, and I'm going to keep it real. For them to be having I don't want to say it's a Dallas-like implosion because the owner's not coming out saying shit. For them to be having this type of demeanor when your coach is already on the hot seat,
yes,
that coach is the only thing that is maintaining any type of wins. Any win that you have is not attributed to the talent. The talent is doing what they do. They are not they wouldn't fucking flourish underneath any other head coach. Let's just be honest.
The way this team is built,
it's built coach first. It's built coach first.
It's built coach first. And that's why I'm saying if Waddle's not this year, it's toast. A-Chain I love, but I am worried about A-Chain in Dynasty.
I think that Miami fucks up and they –
yeah, that's why. I mean, I do think – oh, gosh.
Ooh.
Don't know how.
Don't know how.
Hey.
Football is back, ladies and gentlemen. Matt was a member, so.
You ready, Taco?
I need to get a new beer. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to pop a fresh beer just for this.
Run a 40 time. He's gonna run it. He's gonna run a fucking
12.65.
A Rich Eisenberg. My league was like, let's do a combine. I'm like, I am 34. The fuck do I look like trying to do a combine? Oh. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum boys and girls want to do. Dilly dilly. Matt, DM me. I need to get you the draft guide. Rankings, articles, best bets. You name it. Members, if you're already a YouTube member, you get the draft guide automatically for free. Like, it comes with your membership. I email it directly to you. It's done. It's done. Nick Chubb season is a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing. Getting back to the situation in Miami. It's a coach-first situation. I see Miami getting ready to release McDaniel end of the year, middle of the year, and then being lost for the next 3. Which couldn't be too bad because it can set them up to get the quarterback of the future. Dylan Raiola, get your ass ready, I guess.
No.
Arch is gone, bro. Arch is going. Arch is a Saint next year. Arch is a Saint.
There's a chance that Arch does not come out.
There's a chance that Arch does not come out.
Arch does not come out.
There is a 100%. If it's the Saints at 101 and I'm Arch Manning, I'm saying fuck you. Taco, your thoughts?
He already went.
He already went.
We're next question.
Next question I want to bring up before we get into halftime. We'll talk about a couple of backfields that are convoluted here. What the For real, we're too old to be pulling hamstrings doing fantasy football draft positioning. All right, here's the thing. We did, in my league that's here, in the Colorado Springs Invitational, we did have a group chat vote, longest drive. At first, they were down for that. That was when I was not a good golfer. Now I'm good, and they said no. I feel like that's colluding against me and my athletic abilities. Because I don't have to drive it 300. I don't have to drive it even 285. I can control my swing enough. Everyone else isn't great at golfing. And if we're swinging driver and we're swinging driver only, I could dial my shit down, hit 220, and land the 7 spot. And I think that's why they're scared, because I can now manipulate where I want to go.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But I don't think that's colluding. I don't think that's a form of collusion. I think that's just me having the ability to be an athlete.
This is strategic.
Is that colluding or not?
No.
No?
Oh, you mean them?
Me.
No.
Taco.
No.
Is it colluding if my league, we were to say longest drive on the course, longest drive determines draft order. So It's going by distance.
See, I think it should be the other way around. I think the way you do it right is the longest drive gets to pick their spot. And it goes in that order, not
gets to pick wherever they want.
Yeah, so if you get number one,
everyone else has to fill in.
No, go like this. If you get the longest drive, but you want the 12th pick, okay. Number 2 drive, what pick do you want? Number 3 drive, we have this spot left. You pick your spot. You pick your spot. You pick your spot. Not ranked. So if you're the shortest drive, you get the last spot that no one wanted.
Taco,
so you can
what
end
say
up
ye? Taco, what say ye?
You can end up at 9 overall. Because I'd rather be at 12 than 9.
Okay, because we were going to do it
Because
off of
my
distance.
point is-
we were going to do it off of carry. We're going to do it off of carry.
Because here's my point. If you like being number 12, I'll shank it and be in the back of the draft.
So you can still manipulate.
Yes.
So it's still Taco. What say ye? If a fantasy league were to determine their draft order based off of, we're all in our 30s and 40s. We're to base it off of longest drive, just at the range, just at the court, on the course at the range. If we were to base off of, is it colluding? Is it colluding if I am a good enough athlete to control my swing to dictate my yardage to get my spot?
I don't think it's colluding. I still don't. I'm just saying that's not the way I would do it because you can manipulate it, but it's strategic.
But I can manipulate it either way now. Like now that you just told me the rules, I'm like, oh, there's like 5 different ways I can do that.
No, but you would rather shoot it long and have your spot pick. What I'm saying is if you don't do that and you do it
you
the way
minimize the collusion with your method.
Yeah, because I don't want my last pick because my last pick doesn't mean I'm going to be 12. It could be 5, it could be 7, it could be 8. Because I'm telling you right now, if it was on pick order and not distance, the number 12 is not going to be the last pick available.
Yeah, if it's off distance, I'm dialing my shit down to 250. And I'm not even swinging. I'm not even swinging my normal. I'm swinging with my driver. I'm not even swinging with I have two drivers I switch between. I swing with like my second. I'm not swinging with my primary. I'm not swinging with my ping. Taco, is it collusion to manipulate the draft order in that fashion if it's based off of athletic ability?
I would say in order to do it, you're gonna have to be really fucking good. So I really don't think it could be collusion. And this is just draft order. At the end of the day, draft order don't mean shit, bro.
I think it work. It does. Mike, rattle off the next topic. From Miami, we go to Minnesota. You got this.
I thought we were doing backfields.
Get the backfields.
Okay, backfields. So we are going back east to Taco's homeland. And we get to bring up Taco's team. So once in a while, we get to talk about the New York Gigantes, and tonight is one of them. So we are talking about backfields. There's 2 teams we're going to talk about. So second year, Tyrone Tracy out of Purdue. Rookie, Cam Scataboo out of Arizona State. Taco, I can't remember what round. Was it 4th?
I believe so.
Something like that. 3rd, 4th?
Yep.
If you saw him today, he came out in practice today wearing Jackson Dart's jersey. I kind of thought that was funny. But in your opinion, Taco, in your very unbiased opinion, what is your opinions on this backfield? Is it a 50-50 split all year? And if not, when and who wins it?
I mean, listen, Tracy last year, I feel like he was really solid. Okay. The problem for him is that he had a lot of fumbles. Like he had 5 fumbles last year. Which at the end of the day is not good. It's not good for you. With that said, he did have over 1,000 yards. He did look good in the passing game. He was a pretty solid rookie for us. I don't see them completely phasing him out. I also know that they have Devin Singletary on the team still, and I believe that Devin Singletary was running with the ones. So, I think we have to temper some expectations right now at Scatabo, as we have at least three running backs in that room. I think he could end up with the job based on what everyone's saying. I think his upside is there, but I don't see it being a spot that I'm running to draft a capital from unless he falls to me at a really good spot and he's like my third or fourth running back. I really don't think I could take him at 3. Like, he'd have to be my fourth running back for me to feel comfortable with him. Mind you, I'm in redraft, not dynasty. Dynasty probably has a little bit more value. I'm intrigued, but I'm not sold. I want to see what camp looks like. If Tracy was able to improve from what he did last year, I don't think that Scatterbo will get full-time work. I think it'll be a timeshare for most of the year.
Everyone knows that I love Cam Scatterbo. I do agree with you about. I never thought I would have said this 6 months ago, but it does seem like Singletary is starting to get a little more love in camp just because of being a vet and not dropping the ball, but being a vet and not dropping the ball. I do like Tracy. I loved them bringing in Scatterbo to complement Tracy because we can't forget that Tracy played what position before he was a running back? Wide receiver. Scatterbo is more of a compact running back kind of guy. So I could see them like if Singletary wasn't involved at all, I could see them having Tracy more out of the back passing, Dable does like motion, bringing them into motion, putting them in the slot, for a little bit, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
I do think it's going to be 50-50 for a bit. I do think Scatterbo can win the job. But surprisingly, I am going to say for redraft purposes, I am also out because of the uncertainty. However, in Dynasty, give me I'll buy him every day, all day. Because in 26, I think he is the workhorse back. And if not workhorse, he is the 65-35 easily in 26. But it's going to take long enough to get there that I am afraid to do it in redraft for this season. If he falls to me and takes him like you said, if I can grab him as my RB4, especially in leagues where you're playing. I mean, I'm in a league where I'm starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I got leagues I'm starting 11, 12 guys. I'm in a 14-team super flex league where it's start 1 running back, wide receiver, tight end, and like 6 flex, 5 flex, 6 flex. I mean, if he could end up halfway through the year being my last flex or second to last flex on the team in a league like that, I'd be willing to do it all day, every day. But he's just a little too expensive at this point. I mean, not too expensive, too uncertain of a workload to draft him as a starter or a 3. Like if it's a start 2, I wouldn't want him as my 3.
100%. And to be honest, that's the same way I feel about Tracy as well. Which, when you look at those middle of the drafts, that's where, where they say like the dead zone. Like some of these guys are like, I don't know how long you're gonna have your job, but you kind of have it today. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, but because of that, now you're in like the 6th round.
Well, let me ask you this as a Giants fan, because I surely don't. I don't truly know the answer, and I don't know what the hype is coming out of camp.
Yeah.
Do they even have an O-line that can protect those two?
I think that Andrew Thomas is supposed to be back, which will go a long way on the offensive line. I think that the jury's still out. I think we had some names, some vets, some young kids that could be good. but they got to put it together. I think not having Andrew Thomas last year definitely hurt the value of the offensive line because he is one of the best left tackles. So it kind of moves around some of the pieces. You're going to want to probably double team him or attack him or move people around and kind of focus on other ends, and which then allows you to run towards him. So you game plan a lot differently when you have an elite left tackle like that. So I do think that the offensive line should be better than it was last year. And I do think that having a competent passing game with a quarterback who can at least get the ball downfield and check into the right runs will also help as well.
All right. So from the East Coast to the best coast, it is time to talk a different running back room. And no, there are not any fireworks tonight, but we are talking about the LA Chargers. So you got Omarion Hampton, rookie out of North Carolina. You also have Najee Harris, who came over from Pitt. Yes, Najee has the eye injury, but they're saying that he is going to be okay and he's going to play or be ready by the end of the year, beginning of the year. But we can't forget that he's missing time in camp. He's there, but he's not totally on the field, which means that those snaps are going to Omarion Hampton. Taco, same question. Go for it.
I think that this is a situation that I am not quite as versed in. And I actually would love to hear your thoughts on this first before I go put my foot in my mouth.
All right, so I already felt so I have to preface by saying, so for you, not for everyone else, but I have to preface for you, it didn't change my opinion that much. And I mean, what I mean is the injury didn't change my opinion that much. I thought from the very jump, being a rookie, they were going to try to ease him in a little bit. But we saw what Harbaugh did last year with JK. Going, he knows, running him into, not running the ground, but, starting him trying to go quick fire. Why I bring that up is I did expect Najee to start the season as the running back, the number one. Like I thought it was going to start off like 60-40 Najee, and then not too far along after that, go 50-50, and by the end of the year be 70-30, 65-35.
Cool. Makes sense.
I think it's 50-50 at best for Najee now because he is not in camp that I think it's going to be straight. I don't think I'm out on Najee. Let's just put it that way. I'm out on Najee. I have jumped up Omarion in my overall rankings. He is definitely a target, and I got I have a rookie draft that just started at 6:00 right now. He got taken 2 overall over. It's an IDP and offense league, and Hunter has been going number 2 in those leagues all year. In most of those, in the other league that these same guys are in, Hunter did go number 2 overall. This time, Omarion Hampton went number 2 overall. I probably would have done the same thing. I think he could end up being better than Genty in redraft. He could. I still wouldn't take him over Genty. I still wouldn't say if I had to put money on it, I'm not saying that I'd put money on him being over Genty in redraft, but there is a possibility, and there is a opportunity that Omarion could be the number 1 rookie running back for redraft with the fact of the injury, the time that he's getting in camp. We also got to remember that because the Chargers are playing a week from yesterday, they got an extra week in camp. So he has an extra week in camp with the team, an extra week in camp without Najee. I personally think, Corey, I respect your take.
He's a Chargers fan. Corey's a Chargers fan.
No, I think it's earlier than that. I think it's early. If he stays, I think it's earlier than halfway.
You remember the Tyrod situation, how that was handled?
Oh my God, don't go there. We're talking about Tyrod later on the show.
I think this gets handled. This segues us into later. I think that this plays out very, very similar to that.
In what way?
That it's going to be Najee's not exactly ready to go week 1, but guess who is?
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be, guess who's your fantasy football workhorse?
I've been saying that. Taco, did I not just say that? He's going to be the workhorse. It's going to be 50,
to play running back,
less.
you need your eyes to see the holes. And they're not glory.
Pause. So, Taco, will you give your take now, please?
I mean, I think that you bring up some valid points. I think that injuries, especially on a team like the Chargers, where it's going to be a run-heavy team, it does give him, like you said, a path to be probably one of the most impactful rookies and players.
If it wasn't for Ashton Genty, he would be 101 in any other draft.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree with pretty much everything that you're saying there. This is just the more of can the rookie capitalize on his opportunity to make sure that Najee's an afterthought? Because I can definitely see a explosive back take over a workload from an injury prone back, and knowing that he's injury prone, it makes more sense to hey, I want this guy for the playoffs. I want to have my, two-headed beast, so you can kind of play the rookie and lean in a little bit more to the rookie if he's able to maintain his pass protections.
This situation, like I said, it's so eerily, or like Mike was probably saying before I got to come on camera, it's so eerily similar to your situation. The difference is the ADP from a fantasy football standpoint. Because it's Harbaugh, we're expecting Omarion Hampton to do this thing. And we're even still expecting Najee, despite his ADP, to do something. Because Najee, let's face it, you hate it or you fucking love it. Najee still has been somewhat, from a flex position standpoint, productive in fantasy football. So this Chargers offense does have an ability to house both of them. Where I bring up the fact of Tyrone Tracy and Scat is this is a backfield to where we need to be delineating and figuring the fuck out who we're drafting. And I don't think that I'm with confidence drafting Omarion Hampton. And even if I miss out on Hampton, I'm still with confidence drafting Najee because of what Najee has done in his record as a fantasy producer, so I have data to where I can go off of. And I know the coach is going to at least try and figure out what the fuck that is. With your situation, Taco, Sean McDermott has always expressed 70% at least shares more towards one running back or the other. Even when both Devin Singletary and Tracy were healthy, he was leaning on Singletary more. It was a one or the other. It is a one or the other with Sean McDermott. Therefore, in that system, you did not draft Scat for no fucking reason.
Did you say Sean McDermott?
Or I'm sorry, not Sean McDermott. I meant to say Dable, but
okay, I just wanted to make sure.
The coaching tree got me. The coaching tree.
I'm just
sorry.
Different.
I apologize. How deep do I know football? My fault. Dable, 70% of the time, dictates which back it's going to go to. Dable's going to do that again. Dable went and got Scat at the value that he did because he's going to use Scat. Because he's going to lean on Scat. Because Scat's going to step in. Hey, happy Gilmore weekend. Happy Adam Sandler weekend. Because he's going to show you this is how white boy run the ball. And all pun intended when I mean that. It's going to be that longest yard style of I'm going to hit you in the fucking mouth over and over and over again. So with the Giants, I'm investing in Scat. With the Chargers, I'm investing in Hampton. These are two offensive-minded coaches when it comes to their approach to offense that want to punch you in the mouth. And they're going to utilize the backs that do that. So therefore, you're going to go with that fantasy option. Harbaugh does not want to move in space.
No, but in redraft, I disagree with you in this sense. In redraft, I am staying away from the Giants' backfield, period.
We're talking about if you have to draft one. We're not strategically, yes, I'm staying away from that backfield, that backfield, period. If I have to pick one,
then I'm
gun
taking
to my head,
then I'm taking Scatterboo any day.
I'm taking Scat. And in the Chargers, I'm taking Hampton.
Well, yeah.
And I'll even stretch it further. In the Patriots, I'm taking Hendo. I get that Ramondre could come in and take that goal line, but Ramondre's fumbled enough to lose the job to where I can rely on Hendo.
Well, I think Henderson's just a better athlete.
This is a conversation for fantasy football. The bag depends. The bag depends on this conversation for a lot of fantasy football drafters because this is a question they are faced with. Taco, there are a lot of guys that are not Giants fans, but know because of how their league rules may be set up that they are drafting where Tyrone Tracy is falling to them or Scatterboo is falling to them. I need to know from a Giants fan, who are you trusting more?
Neither.
Oh yeah, we just went over that.
I want to hear it.
At current ADPs, I'm probably investing in neither. Like I said with Mike, I wouldn't look at Cam for like an RB3 at RB4 possibly.
You wouldn't look at Cam Scatterboo as a
RB3? No.
So okay, let's say you get. Did you watch the Team 7 skit? Did you watch the Team 7 reel?
No.
So let's say you go Derrick Henry, and I think it was 4th round. I can't remember what I did on the 7 skit. Chat may have to remind me. 1 second. Let me pull up that reel. I think like at the 7. Okay, let's say you end up with Derrick Henry at the 1-7. AJ Brown, Jaden Daniels, because that's where that's that ADP what you're working with in a single QB. That's probably you're probably going to go receiver if you don't go running back at that second pick, and then you're gonna go quarterback because Lamar and Josh Allen are going to be gone. So you pretty much that's where you got to pull the trigger on Jaden. At best, if it doesn't happen before. So then in the 4th round, let's say Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, Jaden Daniels, David Montgomery. You need a 3rd running back. And you're going to wait on running back because you're going to go Travis Hunter at some point. So let's burn that pick on running back.
Mm-hmm.
Are you even RB4? Is Tyrone Tracy or Scat? Who are you taking? Like
at RB4,
everyone else is gone. Let's just say for the sake of argument, everyone else is gone. Nail in the coffin. You need one to put the nail in the coffin.
If I'm in PPR redraft, I'd probably take Tracy because he's going to get more of the passing work. And like me and Mike were saying, Devin Singletary seems like he's annoyingly going to have a large chunk of the workload, or just enough of a portion of the workload to make it annoying.
I feel like
Next year, I agree. Scat is
I
probably
feel
going to be
like-
the number one.
I feel like, and I wish I was at this year's rookie premiere more than any other previous years, because I could have gotten a more of a feel and been like, no, this is because I can look a player in their eyes. I think that Scat has this. I'm gonna go Scat. I'm gonna say Amari, and I'm gonna tell you that you need to draft Hendo. And I want to tie those three backfields into one. Because I've already said what I have to say about RJ Harvey and Caleb Johnson, so I don't give a fuck. Honestly, about those two, I feel like I've done enough work to boost their ADP. These three that I'm talking about is done for the old heads. Ramondre, I don't know if you're holding on to your position in fantasy, your ADP. I don't think you have that same value, dog. I think Hendo is that guy. Scat, I think you're that guy. Omari, I think you're that guy. I think all three of these rookies blow their – I think they fuck the veterans over 10 times.
I will. There's one that I have a definitive thing on, and that is in New England. I don't see them after paying Ramondre so much. That's going to be a timeshare the whole year. I don't
think it's a timeshare the whole year.
Yeah, I do. You're not paying him that much money, and you're not going to throw the rookie out there in a waste year to completely get hurt.
Have you watched? Vrabel does not give a fuck. Vrabel doesn't care.
It's a new regime. That's the problem.
Even with the new regime, I still see Ramondre Stevenson feels like he would be a Vrabel type running back.
I'll agree with that, but so does Hendo. And
yeah, but again, I think we get to a 50-50
a lot of things
share.
that Ramondre can do, Hendo can do.
But I don't think you're gonna get enough volume there to justify his ADP right now. Like I get, like next year maybe his top end talent, yes. But with this situation and with the money that's allocated there, it's a money driven sport. I'm not gonna have this dude that I'm spending more money on just
break the
sitting
debate
there
on Hendo. So we're fine. We're fine with Scat. We're fine with Hampton. Break the Hendo debate. We go into break after that.
I'm a Ramondre. No. I'm a Ramondre Stevenson fan. I have Ramondre Stevenson on too many dynasty teams. And I will be 100% honest. New England was not the team I wanted to hear Travion Henderson put to. Because I have a feeling that they are giving – I understand your point, Taco, about the money. But here's the thing. Vrabel was not going to New England without the certainty that it's his thumbprint on this roster and his thumbprint on how this team is built and plays. And he picked Travion. By week 8, Travion is 60-40. By week 16, Travion is 65-35. And that's how I think it stays at 65-35.
At 65-35, is that a 4th round pick?
Like you just said, who cares about a wasted season? Yes, it is a 4th round pick.
Bro, we're talking some.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think Scatterboo's 65-35?
By the end of the year?
Hold on. By the end of the year, is Scatterboo 65-35?
I think it's a 3.
Then you're saying your team wasted a pick. That's what you just said.
No, because we're talking about wasted pick in fantasy football, not in real life football.
Literally said.
No, I meant wasted pick in fantasy if you're getting him.
Where you drafted Henderson?
Like I'm saying, I'm not drafting Hendo in like the 4th round. Isn't that roughly where he's going now? Fifth. That's too high for me for a guy that's going to end 65%. Like that. Like Kenneth Walker is like fucking 10 spots above.
I'm not. All right.
I'm fucking taking. You know what I mean?
Not right now, Robbie. We have all August.
Like some of the guys that are around him, I'm just like, no.
Hey. We can't give too much away. This is why you have to buy the Rumboyz Fantasy Network draft guide, because listen, you'll get.
You want to hear one guy that running back that I'm kind of high on? Then
no,
Taco,
we're not talking. We're not talking running back.
Taco, I'm shooting a commercial. And this is why you should buy. All right. Shh, 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 shh. All right, here we go. And this is why you should buy the Rumboyz Fantasy Network Draft Guide. You will catch articles by the one and only TDS Taco, the graphics and articles by the one and only Drop the Mic FF. Can you smile? Fucking smile. And the one and only Rumboyz Robbie. Ladies and gentlemen, purchase the Rumboyz Fantasy Network Draft Guide for all of your draft needs between now and the start of fantasy season. Not only will we get you taken care of before fantasy season, we'll also get you taken care of for week in, week out fantasy season with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network Draft Guide. Make sure you guys hit up the Rumboyz Fantasy Network at rumboyzmag.com and hit us up for that premium subscription. We got you guys covered. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. Ah! All the Rumboyz the girls want to do. Dilly dilly. Really quick, hey, shout out to my homie CEO, okay? I'm on the next track. Like, he shouts me on the next track. I'm excited.
No pressure. Hey, come take a trip with me, little babe. Take a trip with me, I said. Take a trip with me. I said, take a trip with me. I said, take a trip with me, little babe. No pressure. Hey, take a trip with me, little babe. No liquor, we shopping when we land. ATL to MIA, come put your feet up in the sand. I almost gave up 1,000 times, I had to stick to the plan. Hey, fuck that, we finna figure this out. Why these niggas tryna box me out? Hey, rest in peace, the flipper. Yeah, you know I'm on the paper route. My third eye open for them niggas who tryna snake me out. I know these niggas watching, I'm driving home, I'm taking a different route. I'ma run that set so bad, I'ma make these niggas won't kill me now. Hey, they ain't picture me like this. VS on my neck and wrist. Hey, shout out to T Grizzly, you know we do this shit with no effort, bitch. Hey, you know it's no pressure word. I need me a no pressure, bitch. I beat a nigga, act like Rocky and Riri on my bucket list. Hey, I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga, I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm round the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch. I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga, I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm round the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch. I'ma go get that money, if I don't, it's still gon' come to me. Lowe's in the living room, right now I don't want no company. Still with my day ones, how it started, like it's supposed to be. Trap a nigga, pull up serving bowls, bumping Jodeci. I pull up that, Reebok got that. No, this ain't baby, but 4 pockets fat. Buy this no pressure shit, I'm dying, bitch, I'm sliding by this shit. You want the recipe, get you a brick of shit, get rich. I got a rollie on my wrist, I'm chasing pay, can't chase no bitch. Top of the top, I'm up early, I'm working hard, I'm getting rich. A marathon for that paper, I'm bumping sad, I'm bumping nil. I'm pouring double cups of real little bitch, but you know I'm a crip, no pressure. Ain't no pressure, big business, kill them all, leave no witness. Pockets filled with blue, rest in peace, dog, rest in penis. And lil' bae, she fuck with the kid, she say that she gon' try hear me. Pouring juice in double cups, when I get in my feelings, no pressure. Hey, I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga, I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm round the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch. I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga, I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm round the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch.
Brrr.
wonderful.
It's all happening right here.
Oh, I'm feeling great, man. It's going good.
My stats for the win, baby. I don't want to fuck around out here. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm having a great time, man. It's really fun. Everybody's enjoying themselves.
You know what's going on here. Top four and not four.
Smalls, what do you think? Smalls is smashing the over.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Track Night Out. We're about to have a good time.
All day.
And as Americans, we will not give up a single right guaranteed under the Constitution. The history of unpunished violence against our people clearly indicates that we must be prepared to defend ourselves, or we will continue to be a defenseless people at the mercy of a ruthless and violent racist mob.
I'm all about black advancement. This tree of life done grew all type of branches. Some ripe, some cancerous. Don't ask why. You won't like the answers. The teachers that's teaching your black daughter ain't like the Panthers. It's gonna need some psychoanalysis. Prideful and arrogant. Since inside of that fair skin, what's inside of that fair skin? Can't be ashamed of it. Pain from it help you gain and obtain from it. They try to clean you out, but you stay in it. Ain't no tainting him. So it's only right if they try to. When your spirit is good, negative forces gonna try you. This for that kid in high school that don't like rules and has an higher IQ than the voltage of Raichu. I'm too nice with it. When I hit a million, my wrist won't have ice in it. When I walk in buildings, bet I put some lights in them. When I get close to my idols, I'll keep my distance. Yeah, cause I got big plans. I got big plans. I got big plans. I got big plans. Yeah, see, I got big plans. I got big plans. Yeah, see, I got big plans. I got big plans. I got big plans. Cause I got big plans. I got big plans. I got big plans. I got big plans. Yeah, see, I got big plans. I got big plans. Yeah, see, I got big plans. I got big plans. I got big plans.
And we are back on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. Let's go ahead. Let's wait for the cast and crew.
I'm here.
That's not good enough. You can't get on him backstage and
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not here. That's why I did it.
That's kind of contradictory. There we go. I just saw an elbow. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the wrong boys and girls want to do. Dilly dilly.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum,
I want to do
bum.
something a little different. It's not necessarily different. It's things that have came up on my timeline that people have wanted me to talk about.
Let's
Okay.
talk about sex, baby.
These are things that people tag me in.
Hey.
Let's do them rapid fire.
Whoa.
And these are things that people tag me in. And this is how like Robbie develops like half of like I'm obviously not on Twitter anymore. We know why.
What?
I have reasons. I feel a couple of different reasons. Once I went to SFB, after like talking with like a couple of different, I'm not the only analyst that's no longer on Twitter.
A lot are.
Yeah, a lot like left. Like big name people left. So I do want to talk about former Memphis defensive back. I think Mike knows where. As soon as I say former I think he knew. Former Memphis defensive back, Taj Ra'el. If you have not looked up Taj Ra'el, defensive back Memphis, I'm gonna let your Google search do its dirty work. Allegedly, the screenshots were leaked. Allegedly, sent UTSA, whose quarterback, by the way, is Owen McCown.
Mm-hmm.
Mike knows. Mikey, do you know where I'm about to finish?
Just go. I know the whole thing.
He allegedly sent UTSA QB Owen McCown their playbook before November's matchup. And the Roadrunners, UTSA Roadrunners, won that game 44-36. Rail later transferred to Purdue this last December. Your thoughts on this scandal?
Go, Taco.
I don't think I'm the best person to go first here.
Well, because I want
first. Can I go
you
first?
You go first because I want to look something up about it.
If I'm going to war with you,
I know.
If I'm going to war with you, as someone has put on pads, as someone has put on cleats, if I am going to war with you, all mothers, bro, like the second that I find out, the second that I have to play you and I have to face you, I'm clearing your fucking shit for safety issues and ethically speaking. But for safety issues, they better declare you ineligible to play. Ethically, you shouldn't be allowed to play. You cheating ass fucking bastard. You piece of shit. I don't give a fuck if the quarterback of our own offense and our own team slept with your fucking girlfriend. You better not fucking ever give away. I go to war with you. Whether I'm an offense, defense, special, nigga, the water boy, the fucking laundry person, the goddamn. How dare I will clean your fucking clock. I will make sure. You know those plays, that Ndamukong Suh type shit? I will do the dirtiest shit to you. At that point that you do something like that, y'all, if you, in the military, if you get me, my military veterans out there are going to film me on this. If you get me smoked, I'm fucking you up. Because you're the problem. I lost because of you. I'm fucking you up 6 different ways till Sunday. I'm putting my foot in your ass. I'll make sure you feel it. I'll make sure I put my foot so far up your ass. Your mama's going to be watching the stands. She going to feel it too. I was like, yeah. That shit, to me, is disgraceful to the game of football. And to your brothers that are on that team with you and in that locker room with you going to war. How dare you? That's my take.
Okay, so I don't disagree with your stance on it being wrong, disrespectful to the guys that go to war with you every Saturday, blah blah blah.
we step on that field and we are brothers.
Oh, and I get that. I'm not disparaging anything about what you just said. I'm just going to go at it a little bit different route. The other the other thing about this whole situation is that shitty for the guy who did it in the sense that he's going to get blasted even more is their conference's media day The quarterback didn't deny it and said, I didn't ask for the info. I was sent an emoji and I said, I don't, like, basically said, send me what you got, not realizing what he was going to send. And bada bing, bada boom. He said that they didn't use as much as people think. But even if you don't use as much as people think, you still have info.
You still had access. You still had access. If you wanted to, you could. This is at your disposal.
But here's the thing. And I don't think they did.
And even if you didn't use it, it still makes you, the fact that you won, it doesn't.
No,
listen,
but what I'm saying is.
Listen. I'm going to go here because I can. Even if you didn't touch a girl, nigga, you still in the files.
No, but my point is, I don't think they did this next. I don't think they. No, okay. I don't think they did this next thing. But what I'm saying is, if they really got mad at him, or they really wanted to screw him over, or whatever they could do, they could send that over like it's taped to another team. They can give that whole division their playbook.
I will fight you. I will fight if we're on the same team and you give away my playbook. Listen, thank God the three of us have always remained loyal.
Let me ask you a question.
I have watched people come on this show, work for this company, take this playbook.
Let me ask you a question, and then I'll let Taco answer it and then go to his take. Let's take Memphis out of it for a second. Let's take UTSA out of it for a second. Okay? You know where I'm going. I think you know where I'm going. How do you feel, Taco, if you are a member of the Purdue Boilermakers, you are starting camp right around now, this guy enters your team this summer, and you find this news out?
I mean, I'd be pretty pissed.
Because can you trust him even with your team?
I mean, you really can't. But
if I needed someone switch sides, I don't know if I can.
At the end of the day,
if you do that to him, what are you gonna do to me?
That's
life is meant for redemption, and
I don't think
eventually he has to be given another shot and he has to learn. But it's going to be hard, and it's going to have to be for the right coach who actually believes in him. And there may never be another coach that believes in him. That's one of those things where it's like you have to be in the right time at the right situation with the right coach that will give you that shot.
As someone that
let him go.
Hold on. As someone that has done the whole one of our biggest things in the military is like loyalty, and our biggest thing is like we take loyalty so serious to where it's I'm and I think that's where I kind of take sports out of context. It's homie may have been doing it for a business decision or whatever, but those are your brothers. You were willing to sell out your brothers. What are you going? That's the way I look at it. Is what are you going to do to me? You sold out your brothers. You gave away your position to the enemy. What are you gonna do to me? All McCown can say that they didn't use whatever. The text messages literally say, hey, by the way, the safeties can't cover, so you're clear to go there. And he literally responds with, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you watch the film continues to pick apart that fucking cover
but
too.
The thing is, him giving him that info and him using that info, he's wrong. He's not wrong. He's not using the playbook. That's just saying that, hey, you can't. Robbie, if a player on
why are you in contact with a player
No.
from another team?
I agree with you, but if a player on the Bengals was to call another, hold on, hear me out. I'm making this up, and you know where I'm going with this.
If Brandon Ayuk, who has a relationship with Jaden Daniels, were to come out and say that this is how the San Francisco 49ers run shit,
can I have some
would be
comedy?
pissed.
No, let me have my comedy because you're gonna laugh. If a member of the Bengals defense was mad or whatever and called a quarterback and said, "Hey, I can't give you any playbook info, but Eli Apple sucks. Throw at him." Or Eli Apple can't cover a post route.
I already know that.
But I'm just saying, if people didn't know that, I'm just saying, hey, Eli Apple can't cover a post.
He gave. They weren't going to win anyways. If you look at that game, UTSA was already favored.
Well, it is the Texas Road. I mean, it is the Roadrunners.
It's the fact that you're Josh McCown's son.
Yeah. Not only, he's already smart about being.
You didn't need this, and you had it. You may not have used it.
Not his fault.
There's no way that we can prove that you did or did not use it. So therefore, this punishment lies based off evidence that we have. Everyone wants to know about. So Oliver Root. Do we know who I'm talking about when I say Oliver Root?
Yes. No, just Taco. I need to know if Taco knows who we're talking about.
So 7'9", Florida center, college basketball. 7'9", Florida center.
From IMG Academy.
Yep. Is trying out for the Gators football team. He's been playing defense and special teams. As a field goal blocker, he is 19 years old.
He's
holds the Guinness Book of World Records for tallest teenager. From 2021, he was 7'5" at age 15.
He's tall as hell.
Rue, he's probably preferred walk-on at Florida. He's basically a preferred walk-on at Florida in 2025. A former national championship team. He did join that team. What are our thoughts? 7'9" in football? In football? As a defender and returner?
Okay, what was the second? What was one of the first three?
I want Taco to go first.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, the injury risk alone. I mean, in NBA, those kind of guys get hurt a dime a dozen. I can't imagine what happens when someone goes for the legs and it's just a wrap. Like, I don't know. I just personally don't think that it. Like, yeah, he might have a couple novelty plays. Yeah, he might have a couple of good plays, but I just don't see him as having the longevity at the end of the day. That just is too big for football.
I wasn't expecting you to go there. Well, fuck.
He works in the medical field now. What did you expect? He's changed.
Mike, where are you at on this?
What was one?
A Florida Gator at 7'9".
No, what was something? What were a couple words that we used in the first 2 sentences of the show talking about the Atlanta Falcons? When you were setting up the Atlanta Falcons Michael Penix topic, there were 2 very big words, in my opinion, for this conversation. Camp hype. I think this is partly a ruse. I think this is partly them. I think this is partly them trying to get people on the eyes, because right now there are less eyes on Florida Gator football than Florida Gator basketball and Florida Gator football in a long, very long time. Billy Napier, the head coach of the Florida Gators, is on the hot seat. They wanted him fired partway through last year, and it didn't happen. Chomp, chomp, motherfucker. I don't think this is going to happen. I agree with what Taco's saying about the injury thing. I do agree with, okay, it'd be cool to bring him out there. No, but hear me out. Yeah, you can bring him out. What do you call it? You could almost say the same thing. You can't. It's not completely the same thing, okay? But you can almost. There's parallels to having Watson out there, the 430-pound guy.
I'm gonna put it like this. So,
does that you get where I'm going?
I am. So, Mike, you've seen me in person. You've also seen me run. You've seen me run against Nick Script.
I've also seen you run away from the ghetto, and you running away from the ghetto is hilarious.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck. There was no timer. I'm fast as fuck. I dusted Nick Script.
Well, not even that. My point is you and 3 white boys running out of the ghetto think you guys are getting attacked.
Look, I'm not trying to make it about race, but the fact that the white boy thought that he, in a one-on-one, thought that he was faster than me.
Look, I'm not saying what I want to say.
Nick is fast. Nick, I will still race you.
He's a soccer player. I mean, he is a soccer player.
Yeah. Which means he should be able to beat me.
Okay, your point?
No, football players, you work in bursts.
Okay, exactly. He's working on long. Your point?
Look, 7'9". Like, if you're 7'9" and you're going heads up against me, and if you're 7'9", you're going up against me, and I'm trying to make a team, and you're trying to make a team on special teams in college, D1, and like I'm thinking about me. So me now, I've gotten, because of golf and shit, like I've got a lot bigger. Me at my Afghanistan weight, so like me 165.
How heavy were you when I saw you?
Huh?
How big were you when I saw you?
I was 150 when you saw me. So I'm heavier now. Like me now, I'm like 170. Like, and I'm like 170, but that's because like golf. So like that's all this. That's all like this. And like I don't even like I'm not taking my hoodie off or like that. Like I'll say I'm back to Afghanistan weight. I'll say I'm back to 165. I'll call it 165 right now. A 165 Robbie coming at you at 7'9". What is he at 7'9", Mike? He's what, 240?
Hold on.
Which means he's me at full speed. Me at my full speed is.
No, he's listed at no, stop. You have to stop. He's listed at 7'9", 305.
Oh, I'm cleaning. Hey, so he's playing special teams, right? So he's catching the ball. Mike. He's here.
No, stop. He's not catching the ball in special teams. They're using him as a blocker. They're using him on the line.
No.
They're using him not a blocker. They're using him to block a punt, block a kick. They're using him as like you have to kick the ball over him. They're going to put him in the middle and have to kick the ball over him.
So I just have to stop him from
going up. So you have to, like Taco said.
My kicker's more athletic than him. It doesn't matter.
No, like Taco said. What do you mean?
I blocked for Joey Sly.
That's my point. What Taco's saying is right. You cut the legs out. You just knock him down.
I'm just blocking him on. He's not getting off because I'm smaller. So I'm just gonna push down. He's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
And because he's so tall, if I wanted to, I don't have to. Because the rest aren't going to see it. I'm in the trenches. I'm just going to pull. He has no leverage. He has no game. If he was returning, because the way that they projected it, they said that he was returning.
No way is that guy returning kicks.
If he's returning, I'm lighting that ass the fuck up.
I just don't see it happening.
If he's returning, I'm clearing that shit.
And I don't think Taco sees it that way either. I don't see him returning kicks.
Taco, you've never seen me in real life?
No, you're saying the 7'9" guy.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, 7'9". I clear dudes that are 6'4" in my weight. What do you think I'm doing with someone that's 7'9" and 10 times?
I agree.
Man. In a sport that's a small man, I'm running through you.
I don't think Taco's discounting that.
No,
It's a fast force going through an immovable object. You're not even. By the time the ball gets to you, I've already cleaned your clock.
You're probably right. That's why this guy's not going to last.
7'9" and
bro, he can't even make it in the NBA because he'll fucking have an Achilles gone every other day.
Well,
what was the guy back in the NBA?
George Muir's son?
Yes. And did he deal with the same shit?
Similar, same thing like Sean Bradley.
Yeah, like just the things like the body, the height couldn't connect with the physics of the game. All right. So we have been asked about Shamar Stewart. Mike, take us away.
Did he get signed today?
Shamar Stewart has signed finally.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be honest. Good for him. Bengals are stupid because they try to hoodwink everyone, all this, and I'm going to bring someone else that's not even in this topic, and you know where I'm going with this. Signing him is a great thing. I get it. But your defense is good. It was one of the worst ever last year. If you haven't watched it, go watch freaking Quarterback because they even said 6 games they scored 30 points or more and they lost. Without Trey Hendricks, you are not going to do diddly shit. And so you go sign Stewart, which you should, but you're not even signing Hendricks. You pull all this crap, almost lost Shamar Stewart to the point that he was willing to go back to Texas A&M. Bengals, Mike Brown, or whatever the family, whatever his name is, you are doomed, and you might be in the top 3 now of dumbass owners. I don't have much to say. Talk.
I don't like it because part of me wants to be like, give Trey Hendrickson his money. Part of me wants to be like, you're stupid for giving a rookie guaranteed money. But part of me is like,
they kind of had to.
Part of me is like, nigga, you had no fucking way out of this. So you were fucked no matter what. It was either give the veteran money or give the incumbent rookie money.
Well, I think because of the bullshit they tried to pull, that's why they had no choice.
The Bengals
they backed themselves in the corner
that they probably didn't need to be in. Or I think that they knew that they were going to be in this position either way. So it's like, fuck it. We're just going to sit back and take it. Is Shamar Stewart the replacement for Trey Henderson?
No, I think he could be, but I don't think he is because I don't think anyone's going to replace what they got with Trey.
Does Trey still sign?
I'm leaning no right now. Taco, go ahead.
You think he's going to hold out?
He could hold in.
And this is the last year of his deal? Or is he playing on a tag?
I think he's playing on a tag, I think.
And they can't tag him multiple years, right? Or they still can?
They can, but he doesn't have to play on it. I mean, he'd have to sit out, but he's very adamant. Let's just say that.
See, this is like a real rock and a hard place situation because for the player, it's hard to sit out your prime and miss those game checks. And I think that's what the Bengals are counting on. I think it's going to get interesting. They need him. Clearly they're doing something wrong when your top defensive guy says go fuck yourself. So, we'll see where that goes, but I think that they have to figure it out. You don't want to waste years of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Like, you don't get that forever, and now you add in Chase Brown. This could be a top 3 offense in the league. Even if they're playing from behind, they'll probably never be out of a game, but you at least need some solid players on that defense to, hopefully get a stop when you need it. So I say they'll probably figure it out just because, it's a team that has a decent shot to make noise. I don't know if necessarily win, but they can make noise.
Okay. We have 10 minutes left.
All right, let's. We can either go Minnesota Jets, or we can do my.
Let's go yours first.
Okay. So there are rumors that ESPN is about to purchase the NFL Network and the Red Zone. I am more mad about one over the other, but before I give my take, I can already hear moans and groans, not from my headphones, but all the way from Long Island, New York, through the universe. Taco, go.
I'm so fucking mad. Don't buy my Red Zone. Don't buy my Red Zone. Don't buy my Red Zone.
Keep my products separate.
Bro, first of all, that's like we going into some monopoly shit. I don't want ESPN having every fucking thing in the world. Number 2, it's like NFL did one thing right, and that was give Scott Hansen 8 hours of commercial-free football.
Yep.
Okay.
So Taco. Do you think that it was because it was the reason why it was so successful is because letting the curator have that expressive freedom? There were freedoms that were written in that original contract that made it great.
You don't fuck with shit with Hansen, bro. Like and you know what the thing is? We know what this
is working.
New commercials because they're already trying to get more.
You don't fix it.
They already got commercials on it. Now they're going to get more commercials on it. Figure.
Even let's take Hansen out of it for a second. I agree with you.
No, let's leave Hansen in it and just give me the product on Netflix.
No, hear me out. At one point I didn't have Hansen because I forget when I had direct or
Siciliano.
I had Siciliano because and it was still good.
Because you're in California, yeah.
Well, no, it's because Dish had a
I know
a special contract. I'm okay with Siciliano. My point is, I don't care who it is. It's the 8 hours of nonstop football. Just give me the damn football.
No. Here's the thing. If you're going to give me 8 hours of commercial-free football with Stephen A. Smith, I'm going to punch someone in the fucking
I agree with you on that.
And I'll say this, Scott Hansen, over these last couple of years, he's built a relationship with us, man. He fucking stands up. He knows the fantasy implications.
I'm sorry. I love Pat, I love you. Pat, I love you.
Oh, God. I could not listen to him for 8 hours.
No.
I don't need, like, if I wanted that, I would like that as an option to switch to. I want football at a high level.
Question, though.
Don't listen. They could have done this with baseball, NHL, NBA for all the fuck I care. Do not touch my football.
But I got a question.
Leave the NFL alone.
I agree, but I do got a question. Since they're purchasing both, do you think there's a chance they don't fuck it up? I know they're going to screw up they're going to screw up the 8 hours of uninterrupted. They are. But what I'm saying is there a chance? What are the chances, percentage-wise, that they don't screw it up in a sense and actually have Scott do it? Because they're purchasing both.
I think that there's just as much as there's a chance that Paramount re-sign South Park and let South Park do what they just did, we have an equal opportunity for ESPN to purchase this product and still let Scott Hansen flourish.
I'll be honest. I just think ESPN.
I think that the internet, if there are no changes other than just ESPN being attached, I think the public is still going to freak out and find a way to. Scott can do everything right and do everything the same. The public is still going to freak out because of what Taco said, monopolization.
Yeah, I'm sick of fucking ESPN having every goddamn thing. Like, I don't want ESPN to have that shit. Like, if you're telling me that like fucking like Comcast is coming up with their own fucking new thing, and they're gonna
they have
Peacock. Or you know better. What Robbie said about Netflix.
Peacock. Comcast has Peacock, nigga.
If Netflix came in and said we're gonna take over NFL Red Zone, it's gonna come here, it's gonna be with us.
I don't think I would be as pissed off because Netflix has
been
the
even Prime.
I don't think I would be as pissed off because Netflix has been the disruptor.
No, but that's his point. That's his point.
Yeah. Like, I don't want ESPN to have it.
He's saying he'd rather have Netflix
out there. I love that NBC is coming back to football. Basketball.
Taco. Remember in the 90s, especially in the early 90s, nobody was really fucking with Nike like that. Nike got that. We're doing the brand recognition thing. This is a brand I've been loyal to. I'd rather this brand have it.
Yep.
ESPN is relying on brand loyalty, expecting us to just automatically buy it. And I don't think that ESPN realizes the damage to their brand personally as ESPN has done to where the Pat McAfee experience has been great. I think that we could use more of that. I don't think we've had enough of that. And I feel like this is where Fox, you come in and you say, we're going to now do this other thing. Because Fox, this is your chance. This is your chance. This is your chance. You cleaned house. You've gotten rid of your legal issues. Fox, this is where you now capitalize. And you can conglomerate.
Problem is, Fox has screwed things up the past month, and I don't think they're going to be able to fix it that quick to buy it from. Like they're screwed.
Portnoy is going to be a slow fix. That is going to be a slow fix.
I don't know
about trying to bring a very niche audience, not market, just the audience. The market's the market. You're talking about bringing a niche part of the market to a big national brand. And part of that audience is already there, but you're not going to connect. That's going to be super difficult. I don't think that it's going to work out.
I agree.
And you know what I think doesn't help these guys is that they've now put all their eggs in the Steve Nate basket, and they've cut so many good guys and so many good journalists and so many. And they're seen as the establishment.
ESPN has to find a way to rebound by finding. They have to find the Kai Cenat of sports. And here's the fucked up thing: there's technically, you can point to certain individuals. There's technically not. And if you find one, they're not going to give up the paper they're getting to sign. So you're in this fucked up, convoluted circle if you're them. Because what you could have made a business move on 6 years ago, you can't now. The Pat McAfee experience was you trying to catch up to what is popular now. But you've made that so popularized to where that format, you're hanging on but that one show. That one show is saving it. No one's watching First Take. First Take gets played at places like we all work at when we walk through the fucking break room. It's a break room show. And that's not good. It's a waiting room show. And that's not good.
Well, it's also on at 10 a.m. East Coast, right?
Yep.
Bro, they couldn't change the time and it wouldn't make it better.
But but what I'm saying is it's hard to have a show that play. Not very many shows are going to be good at 10 a.m.
When you're talking about LeBron and Dallas and you've done exhausted that for so long that's all you're known for and that's all you can do.
I hate that. All they talk about is, all of it,
And when you work yourself into that hole for that audience of those two things to where that you can't work yourself out of it to where you can be like,
they don't talk enough about baseball. They don't talk enough about freaking hockey. They don't bring hockey up in the show at all.
Yeah, you put yourself into a pocket.
Yo, they don't even do a fucking post-game show right on any sport.
They do Scott Van Pelt.
We can easily rebrand ourselves and do whatever we want because we have that flexibility.
Here's the problem, and I'm not. Trust me, I'm not on their side. I think a lot of it isn't ESPN's fault.
It's Disney.
Look,
yes.
Adam Scheffler was covered in the PGA. Adam Scheffler was covered in the PGA, non-contracted during the offseason. He's never been able to do that before.
Yeah.
People used to bitch if Adam Scheffler used to dictate on the NBA. Now he can do it.
Well, he's also doing it on the NBA because they lost Woj. And when they gave him the approval, they didn't have Shams yet.
And Shams hasn't fully gotten the full buy-in. He's getting it. It takes time.
Well, no. You know why I think Shams is having a hard time? Harder time? You know why?
It's trust.
Because
it's a forced product. It's a forced thing.
No. There's people that don't want to give him the info anymore. So because he's at ESPN. When he wasn't at ESPN, he was more. No, he was will. People were willing
with the Athletic.
People were willing to give him anything.
Makes sense.
That branding can kill. Branding can help, and branding can hurt.
Okay, I'll just say this: would you rather be an insider?
Put it this way. I'll put it like this: analytically speaking, anytime we've done our own thing, we've been fine. Anytime we have signed with any other major entity and try and make it with any other major entity, Underdog,
Taco,
we did not grow as much as we thought that we could have.
I got a question for Taco.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be an insider, or and have all carte blanche, or the GM for Stony Brook basketball?
Oh, I mean, that's easy.
What's the answer?
Fucking insider, baby.
What's his name from ESPN left to go be the Stony Brook GM because of the BS inside ESPN?
No. He went for the Bonnies, and that was because that was his old school.
Or not Stony Brook Bonnies, yeah.
And he wanted to take time away from his family.
But there's some of it has to do with ESPN.
Maybe, but like he was talking about, he's in fucking Disney, pulling to the side of the road with his kids in the car to fucking get out of breaking tweet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, that sounds horrible.
Really quick. TikTok ad. Is there more fantasy teams dropping, and how does it all end?
Huh?
TikTok. Just wait.
Oh.
Just wait. We got you. We got you. We got you. We got all three of us got you. We're listen, your fantasy championships are our championships. I don't think I'd be an insider. Okay, I would be an insider because I'd want the inside scoop. I'd want all the info and everything, but the second that I've fed something wrong, I'm cooked. And I've been on that side before, and that sucks. Fuck AB. That AB to Buffalo shit really burned me, because that was directly from his camp. Like, it was a person directly from him.
But, okay, I know I've brought this up in jest, but I'm not going to, no names mentioned. But you can get info like that and be wrong because of a bad source, whatever. Or you can be an insider that seeks stuff out, Robbie. No, you know where you didn't seek
I
stuff.
thought that was
You didn't seek stuff out.
that person seeked me out.
No, you're not getting my point. You didn't seek stuff out. You seeked a signing. There's doing it the right way and seeking stuff out, and there's doing stuff the wrong way and seeking stuff out.
I was just on air.
You were no, not you. I'm putting it in the private chat.
I'm just saying. If we all remember the AB to Buffalo night, that shit was bullshit. Yeah.
That's what I mean. That is part insider, part thing that you don't do.
All right. We're going to get ready to head off air.
Yay.
I want final.
One final take about football?
I don't want to make it. Yes. I want best future bets that you did not. I'm stalling. Taco, start researching. That you did not write an article on, but does not demonstrate your bias. So you each have 30 seconds. Taco's already searching. Mike ran. I'm pretty sure that was accidental. Mike dipped out on us.
call has been forwarded.
All right, Taco, you got yours ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see here that they have the Colts at 7.5 wins. I want to take the under on that.
Yeah, let me get the under on that. Arizona Cardinals over under 8.5. I'm gonna take the under.
I could see that.
So one more time, you got what?
I got the Colts under 7.5 wins.
Cardinals under 8.5.
Yes.
Last year I was buying the over, but this year I'm buying the under on the Cardinals. Mike, your pick. Me and Taco, I said under on Cardinals. Taco said over on. What was it again, Taco?
Under on the Colts.
Under on the Colts.
Under on the Colts?
Yeah, if he went under on the Colts, I went over on the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the easy one. And we talked about them already. I'm going under 7.5 wins for the Miami Dolphins.
God damn, I love that. Because honestly, if you can buy that right now, can I just check that for you, Mike, really quick before we close out?
I think it's on.
Mike might have the bet of the night. Oh my gosh! You said under 7.5?
Yeah, that's what I'm picking.
All right, so under 7.5 is minus 115. You could even play the under 6.5. Like if you really feel like the Dolphins are about to suck, which I think that we're Mike. Under 6.5 is at plus 170. So I'm probably wanting to play the juice on that. Am I crazy?
You're betting on
the current situation. Am I crazy?
No, because you're betting on an implosion, and you're betting on defense not being great. They got rid of Ramsey. They brought in Minka.
A potential top 5 pick.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, if they start to go down, and as you say, they need a quarterback of the future.
It's a summer in Miami. I'm loving it. Jim Jones imploding. Miami's his second home next to Harlem. New York is on the come up. I'm liking all these outcomes. I'm making all these dots connect. I have New York on the come up. I'm liking it. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly, yeah.
I got one thing. Holy shit, Nick Kurtz hit 4 fucking home runs today? Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Damn Taco.
That was fucking hilarious. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. We out of here.